Fuck yeah. It is finally here. Metal Summoners, we love you. For almost 3 years now, you've been supporting this show, and we are super stoked to be back with you. But it is Jay's episode. It is the Halloween episode. So we are super duper stoked to spend some time with you. I'm here. We've got Angel with us. Steve and Bobby will be joining us. Welcome again to your Island of Misfit Toys. Dude, Annabelle is here to rock out with you guys as well. Because like I said, it is the Halloween episode. We are super duper stoked to be with you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in on YouTube, on Facebook Live, and let's jump right into it. Let's have a little bit of fun. We will be joined by our other guest shortly, as soon as she's ready. But we're just going to kick it off with our guy, with our main interview. We are being joined right on cue, actually. Hey, what's up, girl? How are you?
Yo, what's up?
Oh, not too much, not too much. So we Metal Summoners are pulling a dual threat today. We have got our guy Nikky Casket joining us from 5 Cent Freakshow, and we have got our ever so beloved Nitra alumnus of the show joining us. How are you both doing tonight?
Hey.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, this is awesome. We are.
Hey, Jay. Hey, Nikky. What's up?
How's it going?
Hey, Steve.
Hi, girl. How you doing?
Oh,
Yo.
We are so super stoked for everything. Thank you both so much for taking time out of your evening. But Nitra, you've got some cool stuff to talk about that you've got coming up. So we were going to let you rock out a little bit with what's going on in the Nitro world real quick.
Awesome. Well, first off, I'm so glad to see everybody. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm sitting here with one of my guitarist friends. This is Evan.
Cellulose.
Hey, we are headed into the legendary Dobbs to go pop out at this open mic. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I came on the show, guys, because I wanted to tell you that we have an amazing show that we're putting on November 5th at the Queen in Wilmington with 3 amazing, talented, off the hook, high energy rock bands on November 5th. Doors open at 7. Showtime is at 8. And guess what? Yours truly will be hosting the show. Who might that be? Psycho Steve.
That's a good host.
Know that guy.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that guy, the one he's your fan club president. That's breaking news.
We got Psycho Steve in the building, homie. It's gonna be a crazy night, yo. Crazy night.
Awesome. That's
so
really,
much
really
stuff going
great.
on.
Hell yeah. So Nitra,
I gotta tell you guys something else too.
Hell yeah.
Nitra, we were actually chosen to be one of the top 5 finalist rock bands in an event called Philly Live Center Stage. And we were actually chosen to be one of the top 5 finalists. So that's taking place on November 10th at Sweeney's in Philly. So you know what? It's crazy, guys. Life is crazy. Like I haven't been on here in a year, and literally so much has happened in that 1 year, Jay.
Absolutely. No, for sure. And so for anybody who hasn't seen your episode or hasn't quite seen your music videos yet, why don't you kind of bring everybody back again to what exactly a Nitra show is?
Nitra show is full of energy, because what actually happens is when I'm on stage, right, I become this vessel for electricity. So I tune in, turn out, and connect with the rock gods, and they just want to dance through me, and I'm just dancing on that stage, and we're rocking out our way. We are rocking out, and that's just what it is. But the beauty of it is that I'm going to do my thing, the band's going to do their thing, and the 2 other bands are just as amazing. So it's you get all these 3 bands into one. You got Velvet Rouge, who the lead singer, her name is Gina. She was actually on The Voice. Her vocals are insane. So Velvet Rouge, and then you got Genesis Z, who I mean, his range just spreads, right? So it's this mixture because you get so intertwined with rock, with glam rock. Like it's just gonna be a great night. So I am so honored that I get to share the stage with those two, and we have original bands at the Queen. So that's great within itself. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Original bands, homie.
You got it for sure, man. Definitely. And so our queen of the Metal Summit taking over the queen in Wilmington, Delaware. That is super duper awesome. So
Yes,
Nitro,
man.
where can you be found though, so that the fans not only see that what you've got coming up at the Queen as well as on the 10th, but if anybody wants to be able to find you, look at merch or look at just anything in general, where can you be found?
Nitro, www.nitronitra.com, Instagram, Nitro Nitra, Facebook, Nitro Nitra, Spotify, everything Nitro Nitra. Now TikTok, I got a little creative. It's Nitro Nitra 1111.
Oh,
So follow
nice.
us, yo. Like, come join the journey. We'll be going to Europe in 2023. So you know what?
Wow.
Things are moving. Like no
Get your passport
games.
ready.
No
Get
games.
ready.
Passport ready. Absolutely.
Hell yeah, girl. Well, you're about to fucking tear it up at this open mic night, aren't you?
Absolutely. Everybody tear it up, man.
Oh yeah, it's going down.
Absolutely. Well,
Yo,
Nitro,
absolutely.
we can't thank you
you
enough, my girl.
It's so good to see you.
Yeah, so good to see you too. You know you're always welcome here to talk about whatever you got to do.
Yes. Absolutely. And check out our new music video called Walk Into the Sun. This one's on our pop rock side of things, you know what I'm saying? Just to show our sunnier disposition as well, because we are whole, you know what I'm saying? We aren't just dark, but I got some sunlight in me too. So we actually did Alice and Wonderland meets Willy Wonka. So if you're having a bad day and you just need a smile, watch this video, because I guarantee you will feel some happiness in that heart. You feel me?
Absolutely. You know it, girl. It's definitely a bubbly video, and it comes off great. And our beloved Bobby might have been around for that.
Oh yeah, Bobby was all up in that video. he was the white rabbit, dude.
Yeah, of course he was. Of course he was the bunny. So
absolutely,
100%.
Absolutely.
Well, girl, of course, you're more than welcome to stay on with us as long as you want, because we know that you're going to tear it up in a little bit, but we're definitely happy to have you hang.
Yes, absolutely. Well, Nikki, you have a great show. I can't wait to meet you, Holmes.
Thanks so much. You as well. Cheers.
All right, well, I'll see y'all. Keep rocking. I'm gonna go hit this open mic.
Take it out, girl. Do your thing. We're stoked to have you. Love you, and we'll talk to you in a bit.
Love you guys. Bye, Angel. Love you.
Bye. Love you too.
Bye. Yep. Thank you so much to Nitro Nitra for popping in, letting everybody know what she's got going on. We really appreciate her always being supportive of the show. And check her out at www.nitronitra.com, and check her out in Wilmington, Delaware on the 5th in about a week. So we're really, really stoked for her to be able to do that. And we are going to continue on, and we are really, really stoked to tune the episode back over to our guy. He's going to talk about everything he's got going on. Again, from Evelyn, featured in Evelyn's Casket, but with 5 Cent Freak Show, Nikky Casket. What's up, bro?
What's up, guys? Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, and I'm fucking jacked for this show. It's going to be awesome, man. Halloween, that's my favorite time of the year. It's fucking good things all around, man.
Absolutely, man, for sure. So before we get into stuff that's going on with 5 Cent Freak Show, I'm actually going to take it back a few months, because off the air we were talking a little bit about it, but coming out of the blackout, coming out of the sadness, you were finally able to get back out on the road, performing, meeting people. doing all that kind of stuff. And earlier this year, around May, I believe it was April and May, you were out with the aforementioned Evelyn's Casket. So talk a little bit about getting out on the road, playing with those guys, and what's your affiliation with those guys? How did you get involved?
So David and I, we've been talking for a while. We actually met through Crowley from Deadly Distribution in Germany. It's kind of like a record label, and he had both of our bands working with Deadly Distribution, and we have a podcast. 5 Cent Freakshow has a podcast called Creature Feature Radio, and Crowley suggested that we have him come on for an interview to kind of talk about their upcoming first not self-titled release, but their first release anyways. And so we had a little interview about him, and then we just kind of we had a lot in common. We both love working out. We both love Doyle. We idolize the same kind of people in the horror scene, and we just kind of hit it off. And we just, after talking, we're like, we got to get each other on some of each other's tracks and shit. And that's kind of how that started. And then with Zero Mortal Plan, when that came out, I was doing some backing vocals for that album, and they were doing a tour, Cemetery Youth, with Darker Days, and they asked me to fucking come along too and play some of the fucking new songs. So we had one practice, and then we fucking just hit the road, man. And it was an absolutely life-changing experience. I had a blast, and Darker Days are fucking awesome. Usually on the road, there could be some tensions. As you guys probably fucking know, there could be some fucking tensions. Like Beal and I, when we get at it, we fucking butt heads hard, man, and it's crazy. But with that tour, nobody was like, there was none of that tension. Everything was just fucking chill and happy, and everybody got along. There was no tension whatsoever. So it was on a personal level, it was really fucking incredible, and on a professional level, it was incredible too. I had an absolute time of my fucking life.
That's awesome, dude. So you mentioned also that you got to hit Tennessee, but talk a little bit about some of your favorite stops. Was there anything new that you got to go to, or places you finally got to check out?
So we actually, Chicago, we were playing Chicago, Liars Club in Chicago. That was a place that I've always wanted to hit, and we hit that. It was like the stage was fucking awesome. We had some internet Facebook friends that came out, and it's really cool to finally fucking meet people that you know on the internet and shit, and it's that was a highlight. Bar 13, we played I played there a few times with 5 Cent Freakshow. One of my favorite fucking bars, and everybody there is like family to me, and it's an incredible experience every time I'm at Bar 13. But we played with the Coffin Cats, and that was a fucking bucket list item for me. I love the Coffin Cats, and they just they are such an incredible band. It was an absolute blast. New York, we hit New York too. Astoria, we Shillelagh's Tavern or Shillelagh's Pub, I forget the fucking name, but that was a really rad stop. New York is always good to us too, man. It was all the stops were really fucking good.
Dude, that's awesome, dude. Yeah, Bar 13 is bitching, dude. That place is awesome. Ronan is such a cool cat, dude.
Yeah. Shout out to Ronan and Horpucks USA. They're fucking awesome. They're family too, man.
Absolutely, for sure. So before we spin it around and get it over to the guys and stuff like that, let's kick it over real quick to 5 Cent Freakshow, which is your band. You're the vocalist, you're the guitar player. Take us back in time, dude. How did 5 Cent Freakshow become a thing?
So we started out in a band called Misused, and I was the guitarist, Steve was the drummer. We had another gentleman on bass, and then Bilo was actually the lead vocalist. And things happened. We kind of went our own separate ways. The bassist, he created his own band, and then we kind of branched off and did 5 Cent Freakshow. So Bilo, out of nowhere, he doesn't play any instruments, man. He's like, I want to fucking play the upright bass, and he just picked it up, going from vocals to a fucking fretless instrument. That guy's fucking crazy, but we made it happen, man. There was a lot of shit we wanted to work on with image-wise, so we just kind of set that out, and then we just kind of fucking went for it, man. And that's how it all started, and people seem to like it. And I love the theatrical face paint and shit like that, so we always incorporate that in all of our shows as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you've got your zombie, your skeleton thing that you do for your theatrical side. Theo's got this crazy John Wayne Gacy thing going, almost pogo style thing going. So yeah, guys, you definitely get that. In fact, there's a little bit of it right behind you. Like so,
Yeah.
like they,
Absolutely, man.
you definitely put that show forward, man, for sure. Is that something that you wanted to make sure was definitely a thing when you're performing the theatrics and like a show?
Absolutely, man. And that's like whenever we play, it's kind of like an experience, like it's so much fun. We throw each other under the bus a lot. We rip on each other constantly all the time. And that's not even an act. We just do that in everyday life. So there's always a bunch of ripping on each other and stuff like that, where we could be sometimes pretty fucking savage, but it's all in good fun. We all fucking love each other. And but yeah, man, we always get a bunch of looks going into the bars, man. Like with the way that we look, we're all fucking have our fucking face paint on. Beal's got his big fucking upright bass that he lugs around everywhere. It gets a lot of attention, man. And people stay around because they want to see what the fuck is up with us and what we sound like. Everybody thinks we're fucking like death metal, man. We got hired to play a party once. And this was in Revelstoke. We were set up to play this party, and we get there, and it's a fucking retirement party. Like it's a retirement party. So we're like, well, this is fucking like I wasn't expecting this shit, The guy comes up to us. He's like, "Yes, can you just like keep your music like this is like a retirement party? Just like take it down a notch." And we're like, "Dude, we can't take it down a notch. What the fuck, man? Like we do what we do." But at the end, people were dancing and having a good time, man, right? Like, everybody thinks that we're like these, like, I don't know, death metal or whatever the fuck they think. But yeah, we're fucking straight horror punk, man. 3 chords, 4 chord progs, and just a bunch of fucking going ape shit, man. It's fun.
Absolutely, dude, 100%. Well, let's start bringing in some of the guys, and then also I didn't get a chance to touch base with you off the air, but I'm sure that you're going to be stoked about this. So the one thing that's really bitching about us being a live show is the fans and your friends are watching, and they can comment in questions and stuff, and ask you things and comment on things. And if you didn't already see it, we got a really funny thing that Evelyn has already put in, so we'll definitely cover that when we get to it. But Psycho Steve, I think it's about time that we hear from you, my guy.
Well, good to meet you, Nikky. I've listened to your music. I'm a very newcoming person to your music, but I definitely dig it.
Thank you so much, man.
So
Appreciate that.
So I want to know, like, what was the band that made you decide to do what you're doing?
Man, ultimately it's the Misfits. Misfits. I am a diehard Misfits fan. They introduced me to fucking horror punk in general, and then I learned about Blitzkid, Calibri, Zombies, and they all influenced me. But the main one, the OG first fucking influence for me personally, is the Misfits, hands down.
Nice. And what is your thought as far as in the Misfits today? As far as in the members, have you met any of them or interacted with any of them?
So the Misfits today, I'm not. I don't really follow what they're doing today. I'm personally, this might be fucking sacrilege, but I'm not a fan of Jerry Only's vocals. That's just me personally. I am a fucking Danzig fanboy. I love Danzig era Misfits. That is my jam. We did actually. We met Michael Graves. We played with him when he came on his tour with Argyle Goolsby and Nim Vind. So I did meet Graves at one point, but I always have been a fucking diehard Danzig fan. Danzig's my fucking. I wish actually I could see them do the original Misfits shows that they're doing right now. I think they're doing one in Vegas or some fucking things coming up here. Yeah. But that would be cool. One day if they come up to Canada, I'm fucking there.
Nice.
Absolutely, man.
Right on. All right. Jay.
Keep it. Yeah, totally, man, for sure, definitely. No, it's definitely like super cool with that. I mean, I'm the same way. Like, if you get a little bit of downtime, Nikky, if you go back 1 week, we actually had Jerry, Danzig's bass player from the Circle of Snakes era, on last week.
Oh, sick, dude! That's my favorite fucking Danzig album. That's fucking badass, man. I'm gonna have to check it out, dude.
Absolutely. So as soon as you said that, I was like, yeah, let's throw this one at him for when he's either bored at work or chilling at home.
I know what I'm fucking listening to at work tonight, man. Sick.
My man. Absolutely. So we got some fun flirty stuff coming at you because you've got some friends and fams watching. So sorry, Angel, because you're gonna have to fucking read this out loud. But go ahead, dude, because this is your segment to let them know what the friends and fans are saying.
Oh man. Hold on a second.
Our favorite part of tour was selling Nikky's underwear for gas money.
Thank you. That's why I had the Jack Daniels, hoping you would read that one because I couldn't do it with a straight face.
Yeah, Nikky, sounds like story time to me.
You know what? Honestly, I did not even know that my underwear was missing. So that is a whole other thing. Actually, I think David made a fucking post about that, and it was like a pair of like Puma fucking underwear. I think it was Puma anyways, and he's like, yeah, we're selling fucking Nikky's fucking underwear, fucking gas monies to fund fucking Cemetery Youth Part 2. But it turns out that wasn't mine because I don't own any Puma underwear. So he must have had another man's drawers, but I don't know whose drawers they were though. There was like fucking 13 of us or some fucking crazy amount of people. So it could have been any of ours, but we're calling it mine though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Go ahead.
I'm asking for a friend. Were you able to sell? Did you get enough gas money selling the underwear?
We didn't get much. I would be happy if we got 5 cents for that, man, if I'm being honest with you.
So speaking of 5 cents, how did you come up with the band name 5 Cent Freakshow?
Man, that's a good question. Actually, we have a fucking set answer for that Beal has. He memorized it all. It's this crazy like fucking angels fucking demons coming into his fucking head in a dream kind of statement. But honestly, we were thinking about band names and nothing like came to mind. Beal pitched 5 Cent Freak Show or 50 Cent Freak Show. And I was like, man, let's do like 5 cent, like just 5 cent. We'll just do that. And we had a fucking big, like fucking list of all the names that we were going to have. And we just had that one. And after a couple months of like fucking trying to think of possible band names, we had nothing. And we're like, you know what? This just feels right. Let's just fucking do it. So we just full send, man. 5 cent.
Awesome. You know what? I'm not making this up. I posted it. I'm talking about 5 Cent Freak Show, and somebody from YouTube post a sex link. Like, get the fuck out of here. So dude,
Angel, maybe it was his. It could have been Nikki's sex tape. Who knows?
Who knows, man? Who fucking knows, right?
Or the sex tape on how the underwear got sold.
There you go. And now maybe
there's a correlation there.
So speaking of the road, can you share any fun, crazy stuff that has happened on the road that you can discuss without getting into any trouble?
Do you know what? Oh shit, where the fuck do I begin? I'm gonna first start with airport security. I damn near get fucking strip searched every time I go to the airport. Like I fucking, because I have my fucking patch pants on, and when I was younger, I'd travel with my bullet belt, which is like, that's on me. I always get confiscated, but even this last tour, man, I had my little mini rectifier. It's like a little amp head thing, and they would always, every time fucking had to swab it and inspect it and look at it, and I was getting fucking frisked like up and down. We almost fucking were late for our last flight coming back to Seattle from Kentucky. I think we flew out of Kentucky or Ohio or something. But I almost made us late for that fucking flight because security wouldn't let me fucking pass. They just kept fucking patting me down, and airport security hates me. That's an interesting story with
any
that, man.
Females? I mean, is it always a male that pats you down? Do you ever get any female TSA agents? Just asking for Steve because he'll be doing some traveling.
It's mostly males that are feeling me up. Yeah. That's
Damn. Have you ever gone
Just
through
be
like
like,
Canada? Do you go through the same thing with like Canada if you've ever played there?
Canada,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. They every border agent, they just like they think that I'm like carrying drugs or something like that. When 5 Cent, we were going down to our first tour with Voodoo Death Cult. We actually drove from Calgary all the way to New York, and so yeah, we were driving across the border. We detailed the truck, made sure everything was out of there. We were totally good. And we got sat down in this fucking area. They looked our truck over for like an hour. They rummaged through like everything. But we just kind of have this like kind of aura about us. And we struck up conversation with the border guards. And like we were talking about after a while, they were talking to us about music in the fucking search area. We're just like all shooting the shit. And we all had that one thing in common, that love of music, right? So it's fucking yeah. It's shit happens with us all the time though.
Dude, that's awesome. That's fucking hilarious too. Like just be like, dude, Nikky, right here, Nikky Casket drawers. If you make it so I'm not late for my fucking flight,
Right.
you can start selling them. You can have an OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'll just slip the border agents a pair of my fucking drawers. Be like, just let us go past quick.
Yeah. Instead of that whole "thou shall not pass" thing. Be like,
yeah, dude, exactly.
So
keeping that in my head, man.
Exactly, I got you, dude. So here's something that's kind of cool because we had talked before about like you had gotten to go through Tennessee on the tour, and myself, Steve, Angel, Bobby, we got to go to Nashville last year for the Rockin' Pod convention, and we're going back next year for the next Rockin' Pod. So the thing I wanted to ask you about is because we're all about like you know just like you are, especially with the horror punk scene, like building up the scene and stuff like that. And involving 5 Cent Freakshow, I wanted to bring something up that I thought was pretty cool, is you guys are involved in a compilation CD for another podcast and TV show out of the UK called Horror Punk's Not Dead. And I think that's very, very cool. So I wanted to throw a little shout out to that show, as well as ask you how you got involved with the compilation album and why you chose the song you chose.
So that's Horror Punk's not dead. They're really fucking awesome dudes. I go way back with John Mahoney, one of our fans from the UK. Really good dude. Shout out to John. He's a really awesome dude. Really awesome dude. And we go like I said, we go way back, and we started talking, and he started to get involved with Horror Punk's Not Dead. So we kind of met through that. And actually, John flew all the way from the UK to watch the show Slasher Fest at Bar 13. Oh, so wow. Yeah, man, and he actually brought me a Horror Punk's Not Dead T-shirt all the way and hand delivered it to me from the UK in the US. And I brought that back to Canada, man. And ever since then, I was talking to Dan. Dan's the head bat at fucking Horror Punk's Not Dead, and we're talking, and yeah, we're planning on doing doing a show with him in the future, hopefully like a podcast episode with 5 Cent and shit. So we got some things in the works with Horror Punk's Not Dead. They're really awesome dudes.
Awesome, man. Very, very cool. And so if it hasn't already been released and can't be, that's totally cool. I understand. But with that compilation album, talk a little bit about the song that you donated.
So, okay, so yeah, we initially were going to be doing Deader Together, but we actually were featured on another compilation, and they requested we do Deader Together as well. So, and it came out a couple weeks before, and then Dan was messaging me. He's like, "Oh shit, dude! Like, we have Deader Together on there. Would you guys be willing to fucking put 5 Cent Freakshow, our like self-titled song on?" So I was like, "Absolutely, man." That's where we got 5 Cent Freakshow on that, because they requested it, and absolutely, I'm fucking honored to be a part of that. Have 5 Cent be a part of that.
Hell yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. Steve, let's kick it back over to you, bro.
So my question is, what was your first concert?
My first concert, man. For that one, I'm gonna say Sum 41. Sum 41 was actually the band that kind of initially in like elementary school in grade 6, they introduced me to punk. You know, my parents kind of grew me up on like country and kind of like just like rock, like, you know, 70s rock and roll and shit. And I heard Sum 41, and that was the very first show they were playing, Calgary Stampede. I don't know if y'all hear that or have heard of that name before. That's our claim to fame in Calgary here. And they were doing a show there at the Coke stage, and I was so young I had to go with my dad at the time. But I would consider that my first concert ever was Sum 41.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, also, what's your day job?
My day job, I'm an electrician. I'm an electrician by day and fucking monster by night, man.
Very cool.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Jay?
Totally, absolutely. Speaking of monster by night, dude, did you finally get to finish off your zombie back, dude?
I did, man. I did. Yeah, I fucking it's that one hurt like crazy, man. I don't know what it was. I think it was I got my fucking rib cage outline on my back, and so he was like going right in my fucking spine because you got to get in there, right? And I was like hunched over on the fucking chair for like 6-hour sessions at a time. And when I'd come home, I was talking to Naomi, my girlfriend, on the phone, and I was like, every time I would sweat, it would sting like hell, and I would like uncontrollably fucking scream at like. It sucked, but it's done now, and I'm fucking jacked about it, man.
Hell yeah, for sure, dude. Have you gotten tattooed recently?
Man, Bealo and I, my bassist, Bealo Von Casey, we're blood brothers. At least that's what we've been told. We're blood brothers. We wanted to get a tattoo, like a neck tattoo, like a brother tattoo, just kind of fucking homage to each other. But our artist moved all the way to Vancouver, so I haven't fucking got a chance to get inked up lately. But I'm planning a lot of shit. I'm running out of space.
Absolutely. I hear you, bro.
Yeah, dude. See, exactly, man.
So yeah. I definitely get that. I actually wasn't originally going to go there, but I've been getting more like putting more thought into like, do I want to like knock this out? I feel like I kind of do, but I really want it to be like the right thing.
Yep, absolutely, man. What was the most painful tattoo you had?
For me, it's I've got not my full back like you, but most of my back is done in a pair of like kind of like jacked, broken angel's wings. That's kind of how I designed it. They're really kind of like, you know, broken and kind of like blurry, kind of almost like I was flying and they just kind of swatted me out of the air. So, but for me, it's my sternum, dude. Everything about my sternum and that whole area has been tattooed 3 times between like the original piece in the middle, this side, and then linking it with a bunch of spider webs that I have that link everything together. So like that is the worst because I've always told people, I was like, dude, it just doesn't matter how like big or small or fat or skinny you are. Like, yeah, if you get bigger, like your chest gets bigger, but your sternum bone doesn't go anywhere. Everything's underneath of it. So it's still just skin over a bone.
Yep. Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I would say like here, like the tip of my neck, like right
the
here,
collarbone area.
And the collarbone, right. That hurt me the most.
The most painful tattoo I got was the one of my ex, which was not a good idea. So I can't wait to cover this fucking thing up. That was fucking stupid. The fuck was I thinking?
That's an amazing answer, though, Angel. That's a
we all do dumb shit. What can I say?
Oh, fuck yeah. For sure, dude. But no, it's totally cool. Totally, man. So, Nikki, you have the second leg coming up of the Cemetery Youth Tour. And I believe that's actually kicking off at the beginning of next year, but that's with 5 Cent, right? You're not going to be with Evelyn for that?
Yep. 5 Cent's going to be on this fucking tour. So it's going to be Darker Days, Evelyn's Casket, and 5 Cent Freakshow. So we're going to be hitting the West Coast, Los Angeles area, hopefully Seattle too. we got a bunch of places. We're still actually open for booking. So if any of y'all want us to fucking stop at any bar, just let us know, and we'll do our best to make it there. But yeah, man, I'm really excited. I'm gonna probably fucking go up for a couple songs. If I'm being honest, I gotta play a couple songs with Evelyn's Casket again. It's a lot of fun. Hopefully, we'll get David up on stage with 5 Cent too, and then we can do some fucking Zap Nap or some sort of 5 Cent song. I think that's gonna happen at some point during that tour. I think that'd be awesome.
Absolutely, dude, for sure. So you're not officially pulling double duty, but there's a good chance fans could see you back up there with Evelyn.
Oh yes. And there's a very good chance David will be on stage with 5 Cent at one point. Foreshadowing.
Yeah, dude, 100%. I might have to reach out to Ronan, see like, hey, dude, see if you can catch them again on the back end before they go back up. Because pretty much everybody's north, dude, because like Darker Days is from Salem, which is where I'm from, and you are obviously up in Canada. So that'd actually be kind of cool while the East Coast isn't currently on the tour. That would be kind of cool. It's like almost like a one-off kind of on the back end. That'd be kind of rad.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Definitely, man. So let's talk a little bit about Halloween, dude. Let's talk a little bit about horror. I think we need to have a little bit of fun there. Obviously, You're definitely a horror movie guy if people didn't already figure it out. So let's talk a little bit about the genre, dude. Talk about your favorite horror movies. Dude, what are you into?
So I love just anything horror, man. It's always been a fascination of mine. I really enjoy true crime too. True crime is very fucking. I don't know. I like the criminal psychology behind it. I always find it really interesting. But favorite horror movie would be Night of the Living Dead. I fucking love that movie. Anything Friday the 13th is fucking awesome too. I love anything Friday the 13th is really, really fucking sweet for sure. Evil Dead, Ash Williams is my fucking boy. That's Army of Darkness. Actually, Army of Darkness might be one of my favorites too. It's hard to pick, man. It's fucking hard to pick.
Hell yeah. No, totally, dude. My buddy Brittany, shout out to her. She just got engaged. Her boyfriend proposed to her on Sunday night at Halloween in Hershey, PA at Halloween Horror Nights. So congratulations to them with that. So Army of Darkness is her favorite movie. And she and I don't know if you've heard about this, that they do this, but she and I went to the Evil Dead musical a couple weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah.
It's a musical designed off the first movie, but there's parts of the second and third movie spliced in, different quotes, different like things like that. But they spray you with blood during the show as well.
Oh, dude, that's fucking wicked.
Yeah, dude, I'll send you some pictures of like what we looked like before and at intermission, and then by the end of the show.
Sick, dude. Yeah, send that my way, man. Where was this at again?
So we went and saw it in Baltimore because both of us live just outside of Baltimore, Maryland. So that's where we went and saw it. But they definitely do this like in different locations and stuff, because I'll go to all that kind of stuff. I'm a huge Lizzie Borden fanatic, so I've been to the Lizzie Borden musical. I'm a big Rocky Horror Picture Show guy, and I went and saw a live Rocky Horror last Saturday night. So
Sick,
like,
man,
all that stuff is like super duper sick, like 100%. Dude, have you seen the new Terrifier?
I haven't, man. I haven't got a chance to check it out, but I've heard a lot of good shit about it, though.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of good shit. Have you guys seen it?
It's apparently getting put on Screambox. So my buddy Ron and I are gonna watch it together. The funny thing is, I have seen it. If you're watching, dude, my bad, Ron, but I'm about to explain. As far as I know right now, he doesn't know that I've seen the movie yet. But the funny thing about it is, it was in limited theaters, and I knew it was a theater. There was a theater close to him. I was completely sure that he went and saw it with his girlfriend because it was playing close by. I think we were trying to see it, and I couldn't get out that night because of work or something like that. I was so sure that he saw that shit. And then they ended up, it did so well, that little run, that by popular demand, they put it out in various theaters for another week, and it played really close to my house. So I went and saw it. And yeah, dude, It's like 2.5 hours, but it's just 2.5 hours of just like bloodlust, dude. It's fucking amazing. So I definitely understand that, but definitely, dude, either pick it up when it comes out on video or whatever, or if it does hit a theater, just make some time for it, dude.
I will definitely do that, man. That sounds right up my alley. Hell yeah.
100%. For sure. Go ahead, Steve.
I like Faces of Death. Did you guys ever see any of those?
I have.
Like the first one with the monkey and everything. That was kind of disturbing, but cool. I like the original Chainsaw Massacre. That was really cool. I like Shocker because it was so bad. The soundtrack. All these like horror movies make really amazing soundtracks. You got like Trick or Treat.
That's my favorite soundtrack, dude.
Yeah, the soundtrack. Well, think about it. You got like Paul Stanley, Guy Man Dude, Desmond Child wrote a song on there. You got freaking, and then Dokken did freaking Dream Warriors for freaking Freddy. But the very first horror movie, I think we talked about this before. My first horror movie that I saw was The Thing. I was like 6 years old, John Carpenter's, and it scared the living you-know-what out of me. And then after that, I saw Phantasm, I think it was called. So, and then there's a couple of ones.
With the tall man and the sphere.
Yeah. So my parents said, "You're going to watch that?" I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." And even though it wasn't really considered a horror movie, I really liked Jaws. Because that was pretty scary. Because that was based on a true story. You know,
that's actually the first. That's actually the first horror movie I saw that I was comfortable after watching it. Actually, and that thing was scarring everybody, dude. Like nobody would go to the beach.
Right, and I lived near the beach at the time. I was like, "Oh wow," I was like, "Cool." But Nikki, the scariest movie you should watch is my bar mitzvah video. I wore a white suit, comb over, and a red tie. It's really scary. Just saying.
You got send them my way, man.
Okay, just brace yourself.
Steve, that outdid the wedding video with your ex-wife?
Oh yeah, absolutely. She had makeup on, so.
Oh,
I'm sure she's watching right now, or my son's watching right now. So yeah.
Sorry, Jack. Sorry, Charlie. Sorry, ex-wife I've never met.
Right. I wasn't laughing at that. I was laughing at something else.
No, it's all good. Angel, let's kick it up to you, dude. Not only for fan questions for Nikki, but horror movies that you like, bro.
I like Halloween. The last one that came out last year was good. I haven't seen the new one yet. Has anybody seen that one?
Last one, like the last one.
Allegedly, it's supposed to be the last one. We know they're gonna make another one. They're gonna bilk it to death as long as it makes money.
Okay.
Supposed to be the last one.
I've seen the movie. I've seen how it ends.
Hold on,
but
I see the future.
I have my own theory on what
I got. I got a theory as well.
Yeah.
Watch what I'm gonna do watch what I do in 1 second. I'm gonna make the Queen pop up.
Dun, dun.
Have you seen the new Halloween Ends, Nikki?
I haven't actually. I haven't.
Damn it.
I haven't checked that one out either. I've been kind of slacking on the horror movies lately with the new horror movies. Unfortunately, I've heard a lot of good things, and then I've heard people say that commenting about Rob Zombie's directing. I don't know. I haven't seen it, but I don't have any opinions on it. But I'd love to check it out regardless. So.
It's funny. I saw it. I saw it in the theaters with my buddy Ron, and then the thing that was funny, ironically, my homie, my girl Megan, she went and saw it later that same night. She called me. She was super not stoked about it. I'm not going to get into anything, but she just personally wasn't a fan with the way it went. There were definitely things I dug about it, certain things that I definitely agreed with her on, but I do have my own fan theory about how the series would go.
Don't give me any spoilers, but is it worth going to see?
Hold on.
I think it is for the experience and the big screen because you see things. I've always loved the way that those movies have been done.
Right.
So for that experience, I think it's worth it. When it comes to your love of the franchise, if you find yourself to be a little sensitive, maybe it might not be the best way for you to spend more money to go see it. But the thing about horror movies is they're going to react with people in different ways. Like, you know, I had friends that were like, I hated everything about this movie, and I'm sitting there going like, dude, every part of that movie rocked.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Now the thing that I was trying to do earlier, now it popped up. It's Bobby.
Bobby,
Robert.
what's up, dude?
I always pop up. I'm on the plane, man.
Where are you? Are you on a bus?
I think he's on a plane.
He's on. This is awesome. Snakes on the Plane. That's a good movie.
You really think so?
Here's that. He likes it. Steve's like, for real.
Yeah.
I thought it was fun. Personally, I thought it was a lot of fun. I got my money's worth out of Snakes on the Plane.
That's the one with Samuel Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bobby, can you hear us, dude?
Oh yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, we hear.
Yeah, you're really quiet, bud.
Amen.
But we got Bobby in flight. But speaking of awesome soundtracks, dude, Return of the Living Dead has a killer soundtrack with like 45 Grave and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. So that's really, really good for sure.
Yeah.
But while we're getting everything situated with Bobby, because I want to bring him in, Angel, let's kick it back up to you real quick and hit up some of these fan questions for Nikki.
Sure. Question from Michael. What's your favorite project that you've worked on?
Favorite project that I've worked on musically? I would probably have to say, and it has a place in my heart, but 5 Cent Freakshow's initial first fucking self-titled album. That's just, it always has a place in my cold black heart. I actually did all the recording, mixing, and mastering, so that's why it sounds so fucking shitty. But it was a lot of fun. And we were just kind of trying to find our sound and try and find out who we are as musicians, playing with each other with that album. And I was not expecting the what people thought of it. I wasn't expecting it. It got a really good reaction from people, and I'm really fucking honored about that. So I'm gonna have to say that was probably my favorite project, just because it has a place in my heart. Absolutely.
And we got Evelyn's Casket wants to know. Tell them about November.
Tell them about November. Yes. Okay. So Evelyn's Casket is going to be playing with Blitzkid when they come to Seattle, and that's coming up in November. I think it's on the 23rd. I'm terrible with dates, but they are going to be playing with the legendary Blitzkid because Blitzkid's on the road right now, and I am working to fucking get down to fucking Seattle and play the show with them, do some fucking guitars with them for the show. And I'm looking at flights right now, man. It's we're either that or I'm gonna drive, but one way or the other, my ass has got to be there. So I'm gonna try and make that happen with every ounce of my fucking being, because that's like a bucket list fucking thing for me, man. Blitzkid is fucking awesome, and Evelyn's Casket's fucking awesome. They deserve this, absolutely. And I'm extremely excited about that. If y'all are in the area, Seattle area or surrounding, fucking make sure you go to that show, because it is going to be a fucking rager. It's gonna be awesome.
Nikki, I would love to get you down here to Baltimore on fucking Monday, dude. The Blitzkid Halloween show landed as my local show in DC.
Oh, dude, that is fucking awesome, man. Sick.
Dude, I've told like everybody this. I'm like, dude, I've been to there's always a cool show on Halloween night. You can always find something bitching to go see on Halloween night. But yeah, I'm like, absolutely. I've seen Arch Enemy on Halloween, and I think they're fantastic. I'm just not a super fan of that. I mean, I love Elisa, Doyle's girlfriend, and I've always liked the band, even when Angela was in the band. Like, I love them. I think they're fantastic. I'm just not a super large Arch Enemy fan. But this is the first time that a band has landed as my local show on Halloween. That's a band I actually fucking give a shit about. I was like, dude, it's fucking Blitzkid, who I love, on the reunion tour that got canceled 3 times because we've had Goolsby on the show.
Oh, sick, dude.
And so like, oh dude, I'm so stoked. And the Halloween show landed here because most of the time that stuff it's like the big market shows, and I wouldn't blame Blitzkid for making it either the the hometown show in West Virginia or playing in Vegas or LA or wherever. But I was like, fuck, dude, yes, the Halloween show landed in DC. I am so excited for that. My buddies Tyler and Aaron their band Dead End Lane is the opener.
Sick, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. I know those guys. That's fucking sweet, man.
Yeah, so I'm super fucking stoked. That tour is gonna fucking rip, dude. Right back to you, Angel.
You know, what's the first concert that you ever went to?
First concert I've ever went to, it was Sum 41. Sum 41 was the first one, and if you would consider that a concert, but I went to the Saddle Dome, our big fucking dome here, and we saw Slipknot. That wasn't at Stampede, that was an actual show. So depending on what you would classify that as, it was either Slipknot or Sum 41.
Nice.
And what's your favorite? What's your favorite thing about touring?
Favorite thing about touring is just traveling, man. Meeting new people. I'm a people person. I love meeting new people, playing new venues, and just making friends along the way and bonding with your bandmates, tour mates, other bands, meeting, just connecting with people. That's probably my most favorite part. Sightseeing. There's a lot of them, I guess, but yeah, I'd say the bonding and meeting new people for sure.
Here's what is a tough question for Michael. You're on a deserted island. Your absolute 3 horror movies you gotta have with you.
Oh, that's a fucking good question. I'm gonna say 1, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I fucking love that movie.
Yes.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space definitely has to be with me on there. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, Night of the Living Dead, and fucking Army of Darkness. I say those 3 I would need with me on a desert island for fucking sure.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I want to see
That's a good
now.
question.
Now I really want to see 5 Cent Freak Show on play a show with the Dickies, just so I can watch you do like fucking the Killer Clown song.
Oh, dude, it's funny you say that because Bealo's been pushing for us to do a cover of the fucking theme song forever now.
Oh, please.
Great minds, man. Great fucking minds, dude. Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. Dude, still with you, Angel.
What's the plans for the next year? What's the plans for 2023?
2023, we want to go for 5 Cent. We want to go to Germany, over to Europe. That is number 1 goal for us. I'd say at the moment right now, we before COVID happened, we were scheduled to go play with the Graveyard Boys in Germany at Don't Panic Essen, which is another bar that I'm dying to fucking play. And it didn't happen. COVID kind of took that away from us, and everything kind of shut down right around that time when we were supposed to be there and go there. So it was a crushing kind of blow, but hopefully David Phantom from Evelyn's Casket and I were talking, and we would love to do a tour out in Germany. Have Evelyn's Casket and 5 Cent go out across the fucking pond and rip it up in fucking Europe for a bit. I think that would be.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's definitely for 2023. We're working on a new album as well too, 5 Cent. So that's gonna be, and that's in the works now too. We have a few guest vocals who are gonna be on the track. David's gonna be on the fucking album if he still wants to do it. He's always got a place on any 5 Cent song for now till ever. So that's in the works now too.
Dude, that's sick, dude. You get over to Germany, you and David and the guys, you guys should play a show with the Crimson Ghosts, man.
That would be bucket list shit right there too, man. I love the Crimson Ghosts. That would be really, really fucking awesome for sure.
Hell yeah, for sure. Steve, right back to you, my guy.
Okay, so is guitar your first instrument?
I don't know if you heard that. Nikky, did you hear that, dude?
No, sorry.
Oh, okay. I asked, was guitar your first instrument?
Actually, technically, it was piano. My parents put both Beal and I in piano lessons for fucking 3 years, and we didn't fucking like it. I was learning at other people's paces, and I it wasn't fun for me. I didn't enjoy it back then. Now I fuck around with it on my own speed, and I can fucking do that shit. But technically, it was piano. And then I did drums for fucking, I think it was 5 years. And funny, but when we were doing our first band, Steve was actually supposed to be the guitarist. Steve Morbid, the drummer of 5 Cent. He was going to be playing guitar, and I was supposed to be playing the drums. But shit happened, and we just kind of reversed roles throughout the fucking years, and here we are now. But technically, piano was the first instrument that I learned. That was a fucking awesome question.
Thank you. So, besides yourself, anybody else in your family musicians?
My dad is a huge musician. That's kind of where both Beal and I got it from. My mom plays a little bit of bass sometimes too, but my dad's a jack of all trades. He plays fucking saxophone, accordion, he sings, guitar, bass, you fucking name it, drums. He can play it. And his dad, my grandpa, he used to play country music and shit like that with acoustic guitars, and that's where that's kind of where both Beal and I got our music. I wouldn't say talent, but our love of music from.
Sweet.
Oh yeah.
That's very cool. Jay?
Yeah, no problem, man. Absolutely, for sure. I saw a question pop up that kind of plays a little bit off of the horror movies question. So, Angel, why don't we kick it back up to you and bring Michael back in?
What 3 bands would you want to see together on Halloween?
What 3 bands would I want to see together on Halloween? I would say the Earth AD era Misfits with like Robo and fucking Doyle, Jerry, and Danzig. That would be fucking ideal. I would love to see Misfits, Blitzkid, because Blitzkid's fucking awesome. And I would say probably Cancer Slug. I would love to fucking catch Cancer Slug's show. I love Cancer Slug. Alex.
Yeah, I've never seen Alex with Cancer Slug. I've seen Doyle a bunch. I love Doyle. Alex and Doyle are fantastic. But I've never been able to see Cancer Slug.
Yeah, man, that's a bucket list for me too, man. I would love to see Cancer Slug at some point.
That's fucking sick, dude. I'm definitely with you on Misfits and Blitzkid on the same bill. But I would love if I could bring them back. Oh man, put those two. Give me Type O.
Yeah, sick, dude.
Dude, I don't know if you heard this. Did you hear that Blitzkid got offered like the slot to be like the official opening band, like for like the pre-party for the Dallas Misfits show? And Goolsby's like, I can't because we have a show. I'm like, Goolsby, reschedule that show for the end of tour. No one would be mad at you.
Yep, dude, I heard that, and that would be a dream come true right there to catch that show, man. That would be fucking awesome. But I'm totally with you there, though, dude. Totally with you.
I'm like, yeah, dude. Any like true fans, anybody who like gets it, I'm like, no, dude. They'll forgive you on that as long as you stick that show on the end of the tour, so the fans get it back. Like, nobody's gonna be mad at you. Like, I would literally post the sappiest apology letter that's so heartfelt. Be like, guys, I'm an asshole for doing this to you guys after you've been waiting for this tour. I couldn't say no to this opportunity.
Yep. I couldn't agree more, man. That's totally agree.
For sure. Hell yeah, man. So talk a little bit about just like Halloween, the holiday, dude. Like, how do you spend the holiday? What do you look forward to if there are shows, even if there aren't shows involved?
You know what? I've worked at a haunted house for fucking years, man. That's kind of where I shaped my identity. And actually, that's where I fucking first started using my face paint, my fucking skeleton sort of face paint. I used that at a haunted house, and I was running around. I had 2 fucking baseball bats. I taped them together. So I had this big fucking 2 baseball bats that I would fucking drag around with me, and I didn't talk. That was my I was like that creepy kind of silent dude, and I would go up, smash fucking fences and shit like that. I've made like grown men piss themselves before. It was so much fun, man. But yeah, I was doing that for fucking years, and that was what I looked forward to all the time. Was Halloween at this haunted house. Now that I'm doing 5 Cent Freakshow, we're usually playing shows on Halloween, and they're usually really fucking fun, man. Everybody dresses up, you know. We don't stick out of the crowd for once, right? When we're all in our fucking paint and shit like that. So I would say, yeah, shows are probably what I'm looking forward to. Playing them or just going there. And I also like just fucking, you know, handing out candy and shit like that too. If I'm ever around the house, which I'm usually not, unfortunately. But I always enjoyed that when I was a kid too. So I kind of want to help keep that fucking tradition alive, you know?
Absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kick it up to Angel for this question in just a second, but let's talk for just a split second on the House of Casket. If somebody was to come over to your house right now, if I was to come in, would I be like, would I expect what I'm kind of expecting that I would see in your house, or do you keep your house more kind of laid low?
Oh man, as soon as you walk in on the landing, we have like a fucking 20-foot clown that has his fucking like hands out like that. We have a bunch of skeletons and fucking band posters everywhere. Like my fucking house, the Big Top. We call my house the Big Top. The Big Top's fucking Halloween all year round here, man. It's awesome. I feel comfortable, you know. Halloween season, that's just fucking means house decorations, man. House decor. Spirit of Halloween, That's just house decorations, man. It's awesome. Year round, stays up.
Yep, same, 100%. It's funny. I've been joking around that I was like, I don't know if Maryland is just kind of afraid of our community, or if my area of Maryland is literally afraid of me. They put out their Halloween decor in June this year.
Yeah,
I've been tearing up these decor stores like Lowe's and Home Goods and At Home and, you know, fucking Marshalls and TJ Maxx. I've been leaving a crater of destruction in my wake since June. And now it's like all Christmas stuff with like 2 little tables of Halloween shit. And I'm like, God damn it, that fucking sucks because Halloween isn't even here. But at the same time, there is a part of me that's like, I don't feel right being completely pissed off about it because they put their stuff out so far in advance that it's almost like ridiculous that I'm like, all right, I guess I can't be overly pissed off, but come on, man. It's not even Halloween and I'm seeing this much Christmas.
Yep. Dude, I couldn't have said it better myself, man. I could not have said it better myself, dude. Absolutely.
For sure. Bobby, let's get you involved here, my guy. You're off the plane.
Fuck! I've been on this goddamn thing for 12 hours. It's been like, what a direct flight, my ass. They diverted us to Arizona for 5 hours. I'm like, and gave me a $20 voucher. I would have settled for a hooker.
Good choice.
No teeth, but you know.
Oh, no, that's on you.
Come on, Mr. Paddle.
He just wants the gumming experience.
No, dude, I'm telling you, I talked to the guys in Gacy, DC. Woohoo! You know what's happening tonight?
Yep.
Dirty deeds. No, no, so I'm dropping the bags off. Everybody's heading up to the whiskey. Chris, Dave, and all those guys are going to the whiskey. They're at the Rainbow right now. I'm like, oh, great. Start drinking without me, Lemmy. But,
yeah, seriously, dude. But Bobby, get involved a little bit, brother. How do you spend Halloween?
How I'm spending it this year with the King of the Nighttime World, buddy. I will be with the Master of Disaster, the God of Thunder, Gene. How do I spend it? Usually every year I do it. I'm at Disney every year for my Halloween, so this is my first one. But you know, hey, you got to make sacrifices.
Yeah, absolutely, dude.
You know, somebody has to take one for the team.
I can't really blame you on that, dude. Getting a little bit of kiss going on Halloween.
Now my whole and look, I even have my Kiss pumpkins on.
Dick.
You know, I'm going with the horror sneakers too. You know, I'm rocking it. I'm all about that. So if I come back, I'm doing Universals. They're still doing their horror fest at the studio on when we get back. So I'm going to go up and do that right when we get off the cruise.
That's awesome, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a big Lon Chaney person. That's give me the old school stuff.
Oh, you're a Universal Monsters kind of guy.
Yeah, well, I watched what was it? I watched a horror movie on the way over here. Something about a scary place, which was kind of like a bad B horror movie, kind of strange things type of. It's just kind of weird.
Oh, you watched A Quiet Place, didn't you?
No, it was one about these kids doing a project about coming up with a. It was a high school project, and they had what the hell was it? The lobster guacamole monster or whatever it was. I'm like, yeah, I'll never get those 3 hours back.
3 hours, fuck. Dude, that's insane, dude, for sure. Totally. Angel, let's kick it up to you, buddy. Real quick. Do we have any fans? There we go.
We got some fan stuff and questions. I'm gonna bring this one up from Brian. It's not a question, but he just wanted to mention to you that he did a Guitarist Choice radio show, and Cohen from C Glock was on, and 5 Cent Freak Show was his first choice.
Nice.
Oh
So
man,
cool.
I fucking love Seglock. They're awesome dudes. Cohen's my fucking boy. Massive shout out to Seglock. That's fucking. I'm absolutely honored, man. Thank you so much, brother. Means more than I could ever explain, dude.
And just want to wish Julie has a question, and her birthday is Sunday, so happy birthday, Julie.
Happy birthday.
Woo!
So
Happy
she has
birthday,
a pretty
Julie.
So she has a cool question for you. What is your favorite cover song?
Oh, favorite cover. That is a good fucking question. You know what? I'm gonna say AFI Halloween. When they covered Halloween, I first heard that song. I was mind blown. They fucking crushed it. I would definitely say Halloween, AFI's version of Halloween, cover of the Misfits. Hands down. Fucking awesome. That's an awesome question too.
And Michael has 2 awesome questions. What famous band would you tour? I'm sorry, Michael, I'm not understanding the question, so I'll get to your other question. Do you think that rock music is dying? You know how this Gene Simmons says rock and roll is dead or dying.
You know what? From what I've experienced, I personally don't think so. That's just we do some all ages shows around in Calgary, and there's we're usually not an all ages band. We're very 18 and up. We have a lot of jokes that are not appropriate for the younger crowds, but we sometimes do play these all ages shows, and they we have some fans, and they bring their daughters out, and they're young girls and shit, and they're fucking painting their faces up and like rocking out and stuff like that with us, and it's kind of like a new generation of horror punks, and that's what I've seen anyways, and I know that's like that in a lot of places too, right? I don't think it's dead. I think it's we got a lot of new awesome fucking horror punk bands and rock bands in general coming out, and I personally think I think it's still fucking alive and thriving. We're making it happen.
Did you like the movie Trick or Treat?
I don't think I've seen Trick or Treat before, man. I don't think I've fucking seen that one before.
Okay. Oh, here's.
I know, dude. I know.
I was like, Steve, why you got your mouth wide open like that?
Yeah, Steve, it looks inviting. Such a pretty mouth, Steve.
Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. How nice of you to do that live.
Yeah. That was the hooker Bobby was willing to settle for.
Hey, look, you know, I'm
With no
going to go up to
teeth.
Santa Monica. I already told the guys that, you know, I'm going to Santa Monica. It's only one down from the strip, you know, so 7 fail, 7th schlong, whatever, you know, I got to go to.
And of course, that's right before a question that Angel has to read.
Of course, from Michael. What band would you play with and what instrument would you play?
Oh shit!
He's giving you a lot of tough questions.
These are awesome questions. Awesome fucking questions. Ah man, I would say. This is gonna sound. I know that I brought them up a bunch, but I would just save the Misfits, man. I would need to play guitar in the Misfits. Nobody can play guitar like Doyle. Doyle's one of my biggest fucking influences. But I think it would be fucking rad if I could be the guitarist of the Misfits. That would be dream right there, for sure.
Anybody else that you would collaborate with?
I would do Blitzkid, Crimson Ghosts. I would play guitar for them. Either that or vocals. I'd fucking do just straight vocals. I think that would be fucking fun too. You know. Yeah, the other would be really fucking sweet. Yeah, there's a bunch of bands that I would love to fucking play with.
So get ready for another tough question for you. This
All
one's
right.
from Brian. Okay.
Hold up, you guys are going in my pocket for a minute. I got to get my bags.
Oh,
All good, man.
very sexy.
Yeah. That's all right, because Steve popped up. Oh, question from Brian. If you could get any 2 bands from past or present in the studio to do one album, who would those 2 bands be?
I would say Elvis Presley and Sam Hain. I think that would be fucking rad to see what the kind of shit they would come up with. That would probably be my answer. Elvis and fucking Sam Hain.
Oh, I love this question. Would you smoke with Willie Nelson? Who wouldn't?
You know what? I usually don't smoke weed. I get like super fucking paranoid and shit like that whenever I smoke weed, and it's legal up in Canada here now. But I usually don't smoke weed. But if it was with Willie, I would fucking totally light up a fucking blunt with that boy. I think that would be fucking awesome. You would have to. You kind of have to.
Right.
And Megan wants to know: have you ever met Joey Jordison? He was the drummer from Slipknot.
I unfortunately haven't got the chance to meet him. I like one of the first fucking shows that I've seen was Slipknot, and Joey was on the drums, and he's an incredible fucking musician, incredible. I remember he's got this fucking drum set that comes up in the air, and he was like fucking playing upside down and shit. It was unreal. It was a mind blowing experience. But unfortunately, I did not get a chance to meet Joey. I think that would have been awesome though.
Okay.
Did you ever get to meet the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold?
I haven't ever seen Avenged Sevenfold live, so I haven't. But I think that would have been really really cool experience as well too. But I haven't, unfortunately.
What was the first album that you ever bought?
Oh, first album I ever bought. Holy shit. I want to say it was like AC/DC. I think it was AC/DC, Back in Black. I think that was the very first album that I bought with my own money. That was way, way, way the fuck back, though.
And do your contacts glow in the dark?
Oh, fuck. No, they don't. But that is fucking epic. I wish they did. I don't even know if they have that. But if they do, I'm going to need to fucking get me a pair of those because that would be fucking badass.
That's fucking sick. Hell yeah. Steve, let's kick it down. Oh, I lost Steve. Oh, I got Steve back. Steve, let's kick it down to you, brother.
Okay, so as far as in, how can I put this? You're going to record a new album. You said there's going to be special guests on the new album.
Yeah.
Are we privy and can we have an exclusive to know who's going to be on the album?
There's a few people that I
Excuse me.
don't want to unveil quite yet, but
Okay.
I will definitely let you know that David Phantom from Evelyn's Casket, he will be appearing on this album, and he'll be. I'm trying to convince him to do some fucking lead vocals on that album. That is pretty much all that I could fucking confirm right now, 100%, and that I should like let you guys know. But David from Evelyn's Casket is definitely gonna be on there.
Okay. And the second part to that question, have you ever played New Jersey?
We actually, this was our first fucking tour in the States. We were going to play New Jersey, but unfortunately that didn't happen. Dr. Chud was actually supposed to be coming out to that show, and I would have been able to, meet Dr. Chud and shit. But that just, it got canceled last second, and we unfortunately didn't play it. But I would love to fucking go to New Jersey and play New Jersey at some point. I think we will.
Okay.
Sure.
So Jay has all your information. Is it okay that I get it from him to help you
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you, man. Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a couple ideas and I want to run and by you. So
We'll be in contact, man. Absolutely. Let's make something
Right on.
happen, dude.
Yeah,
Very
Nikki. After the show, you and I will do like a full exchange of all the goods and shit like that. Make it easier to get in touch.
Yep, absolutely, man. We'll make it happen, brother. Fuck yeah.
Well, yeah,
Fuck yeah.
100% for sure. So cool, man. No, definitely fucking awesome when it comes to that, dude. Because I mean, I think that's like really, really cool. And I want to kind of piggyback off of one of the fan questions a little bit. Why don't you talk a little bit just about like your perception of like horror punk, where it came from, where it's going, and stuff like that? Because I've always been a part of that scene. I'm very loyal to that scene. I don't particularly see it struggling in any way. However, it really is a niche market, and it's very tricky.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree with you more, man. The horror punk community are like, it's really such an incredible group of people that we have here. Everybody's really accepting. It doesn't matter what you look like or what kind of horror movies you like. Everybody, we're all kind of one big family, and anywhere in the world, whether it be Europe or fucking North America, South America, you name it, right? We're all kind of one big family. And I think there's really good shit happening with horror punk. There's a lot of new bands that are just appearing, that are just killing it, and labels like Sick Taste Records and Deadly Distribution and Fiend Force. Fiend Force coming back. That's another really good fucking sign, man. I think it's fucking thriving. I love Fiend Force too. Fiend Force.
Yeah.
They that's actually where I first heard of Blitzkid, was their split with the Spook, and Spook is another band that I fucking love, man. But yeah, no, I see nothing but good things happening. I think if more like just horror people, we like 5%, we do HorrorCon. We played Calgary HorrorCon, and a lot of those people didn't know about horror punk, but they fucking loved horror movies, right? They loved the whole horror genre in general, and I think if we can fucking bring them in and kind of show them some horror punk, I think that's a huge market that we can kind of fucking have as part of our little fucking community. That would be really awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely, dude, for sure. Because I mean, and all this stuff is great, because you've got all these other bands that are like starting to get like noticed and stuff like that. Because being a big Blitzkid fan, and I also personally love Goolsby's solo stuff. Like, I think that his solo shit is just fucking lights out great.
Yep.
And then that's what kind of, when I realized that he had partnered with, Rod Usher from The Other to do the Fiend Force thing. They put out Grand Horror. And then all of a sudden, that's what brought out their press release. Hey, we just signed this band, Darker Days. Check them out. And I listened to the song Maniac, and I'm like, I really, really like this. It's like kind of pop punky, but it's got this just dark, lyrical undertone to it. And I think that's like super duper cool for sure. But speaking of like labels, I mean, Nikki, you've got one of your own in Necro, dude. So like, talk a little bit about like your label. Like, what do we need to know and who's involved?
So yeah, Necro Freak Records. That's kind of my own little label that I started, by kind of by myself. But Steve and Bilo are a part of it too. I fucking what I want. The dream is to get my own fucking studio and build a fucking studio ground up. And I would love to have fucking bands come in and record some shit and like do some mixing and mastering. I took some courses, like second education courses with audio engineering. So I'm a huge fan of that. And I think that's the dream of mine, to make that happen at one point. It's just to make $1 million, you need $1 million, right? And it's like it's that fucking struggle of like, starting that up. But I would love to fucking work with some more bands in the future. But as it stands, I'm just kind of doing some 5 Cent Freakshow stuff, but we're also branching out and doing some stuff with everyone's Casket too. So we have plans on the way, and it's just a matter of getting all my fucking ducks in a row for that.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
Bobby, you still with us, bud?
Yeah, I'll jump on in a few. I gotta grab a cab.
Got you, dude. Yeah, no worries, man. Totally cool. But yeah, dude, also like, Bobby's he does producing and all that kind of stuff, dude. He's got his own studio. He's got 160 guitars, and that's not even counting the basses. Like,
damn. Fucking
yeah, dude.
right
Like,
there.
yeah, so he's definitely a dude that you could always, hit up periodically when you start trying to piece your studio together and be like, what equipment should I be looking for? Like, this is what I'm playing with, but I don't want something to sound shitty.
Yeah.
What sales pitch do I need to avoid, kind of a thing.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's making contacts. That's fucking awesome, man. Hell yeah.
Absolutely, dude. 100%. Nikki, what's your take on, like, I want to get it back to horror movies because I just think that's really fun. And of course, that's kind of the point of this episode. But the direction I want to go with this one is, what's your take on these classic horror villains or classic horror characters that are now no longer being played by the people that we're most accustomed to? So they did a Nightmare on Elm Street without Robert. I'm hearing they've done 2 Hellraisers without Doug. 3 now, but I've heard nothing but great things about this female Pinhead that they're doing. Jason's always been a little bit up in the air and a little bit with Michael as well. But what are your kind of thoughts on like these iconic characters who kind of aren't being played by their iconic actors anymore?
Man, I personally, I'm a little bit biased on that. I'm a huge fan of the classics, and those are the first ones that I've fucking seen. I've grown up knowing those fucking, not knowing, but watching these actors on performing their shit, right? And that's, to me, it's a little harder to accept. I accept it, but like it doesn't feel the same. It's sort of like Rocky Horror Picture Show, for example. I heard that they had a new release of that. I know it's not really horror, but that fucking, I haven't actually checked it out because Tim Curry. It's kind of hard to beat that. When I think of Rocky Horror, I think of Tim Curry, right? And that's, same with Friday the 13th, Kane Hodder. That's a fucking, that's just, I don't know. That's just me personally, but sometimes they fucking kill it. Sometimes these redos of movies are really, really, really good too, right? But I'm more of a fan of the classics, man. I like to keep the fucking classics. Just watch those ones.
Absolutely, for sure. So
what about you, man?
The thing is, I'm so all about the genre, just in general, just continuing on in every way, that I'm kind of cool with it.
Yeah, totally.
I have my issues periodically. Like, the funny thing is, I'm so loyal to Robert. But I like Jack Earl Haley. I think he did a good job. He's a really good actor. The thing about that Nightmare, did you see it?
I haven't got a chance to check that out, man.
No worries, dude. Like, I liked the story of the premise of that remake. I liked the story. They really dug back and told you more of the history of like Fred Krueger, like why he was burned alive, like what an awful person he was, and like why the family came after him. And I was really into that. I really liked, that direction that they went with it. But I hated the makeup. I didn't think it looked right. I understood that they really tried to make him look like a real true burn victim of like that magnitude. But it was kind of breaking the fantasy a little bit for me. Friday the 13th has always been my number one like go-to franchise. It was my first big horror tattoo was Jason. Kane Hodder's my guy, but I'm cool with everybody. The Hellraiser one was the hardest for me because I love Hellraiser and I love Doug Bradley. And the first movie I saw that they did, I think it was called like, you know, Revelations or Relegations or something like that without him. It was just not good. Like I was just that one hurt my heart a bit. I was like, fuck this, man. I watched it. I have it for my collection because whether I like the movie or not, because I'm a hard copy guy. I'm always buying horror movies, and I can't have a gap in my collection whether I like the movie or not.
Yeah.
But I bought it, watched it, and I was like, this is just not good. It's just not good.
Yeah.
Then they put out another one called Judgment Day that I actually kind of dug. I thought they did a good job because I thought they kind of got back to the simplicity of the point of that character. So I really liked that one. And I haven't seen the new Hellraiser with the female Pinhead. I really want to see it just out of curiosity and out of what I've heard. But I don't have any of those streaming services. And I want to get like Shudder and I want to get Netflix, but I want to get like a good TV for that. You know, I don't want to watch these movies on my laptop. That sucks. Like I want to be able to kick back and watch them on like a nice TV. And don't get me wrong, it doesn't have to be some like fucking massive thing. But I want it to be like, you know, a solid like real TV that I can hook to the internet and enjoy these streaming services on it. So that's the main reason why I haven't gotten into that.
Yeah, I fucking totally hear you, man.
Yeah, for sure. But Angel, let's kick it back up to you. Michael, you're awesome, dude. We love that you're getting so involved. But Angel, why don't you go and take it away with some more fan questions?
Michael wants to ask, do you think they should remake The Exorcist?
I would fucking totally watch a remake of The Exorcist. That was like when I was younger, that was one of the movies that like kind of fucked me up a little bit. I think that would be fucking really rad. I'm curious to see what they would do if they did a remake of it. For sure.
Cool. And definitely want to say hello to DK for joining us.
What's up, DK?
Chicken Valentina.
What's up, dude?
Yeah, I have him on my t-shirt. I like the name Freakshow, so that's our word. Welcome to the Freakshow.
Sick, dude. Hell yeah. Fucking awesome, man.
Another good question from Michael. Would you either work with other bands from different genres or do music that you... I'm sorry, the Jack Daniels. Would you ever either work with other bands from different genres or do music other than what you normally play?
You know what? I think I would totally be down for that. I think it would be kind of a cool experience to branch out a little bit more and, you know, try some different things. You know, horror punk will always be close to my heart, and I don't think I'd ever stop playing horror punk. I just like the way I write my songs and the way that shit just comes out. It just fits very well in horror punk. But I think it'd be really cool to kind of just try something new and just branch out and maybe do like guest vocals on a pop punk song or whatever, right? I think it'd be a really cool experience. I'd actually never even thought about that, but I would be down for that. That sounds awesome.
Have you ever seen Rocky Horror in theaters with cosplayers?
I haven't actually. I would love to catch like if Broadway does. I don't know if Broadway does Rocky Horror or not, but I think that would be really cool to watch a live version of Rocky Horror. I think that would be really cool. The soundtrack in that movie is just fucking awesome as well too. They have every song on there is a fucking banger. I would love to fucking watch that. I would totally be there. Absolutely.
Craziest thing on your bucket list?
Craziest thing on my bucket list. I want to fucking shoot an RPG, the big fucking like bazooka things or rocket launchers. I think that would be fun. Either that or skydiving. I think that would be skydiving would be fucking. I'd be nervous as fuck to do it, but that's a crazy bucket list thing that I'd probably do for sure.
And how do you feel about the movie Halloween Ends?
I haven't actually fucking seen Halloween Ends, man. I'm sorry. I've been really, really busy lately, and the whole night shift has kind of been messing up my schedule. So I haven't had an actual time to fucking check a lot of the newer horror movies out, unfortunately. But second I do get some time, I'm gonna fucking I got some homework to do, anyways. For sure.
You know what? I love this next question, and I'm gonna make it a round table. So Jay, you're gonna have to chime in on it as well.
Okay.
If you could wipe one musician's catalog off the face of the earth, who would it be?
Oh, fuck you, Brian.
No,
I love you.
For me,
Bro.
it would be New Kids on the Block for me. There you go.
Oh.
I took my first stab at it.
Damn, that's a fucking good question. I'm gonna say fucking Nickelback. I'm gonna say Nickelback. They're from Alberta. That's the same province that I'm from. So I personally, I might get some flack for that. I'm sorry, and I don't mean any offense to them, but I'm not a fan of Nickelback.
Hey,
so I'm personally
hey, no worries. I mean, it's a fun question. I'll probably get hate from New Kids on the Block fans.
I'm sure we have at least one or two New Kids on the Block fans in our summoners, dude. I'm
Damn,
sure.
that means Steve is going to send me some hate mail.
Probably. Let's see. Who would I wipe off? Ooh, ouch. Angel's coming for you now.
It's cool.
Angel likes himself some Bon Jovi. But we get you, Michael. No, this is open forum, brother.
But
no
you know
worries.
what? I do see both sides of the equation.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like, I've got love for like all genres of music, but I can't connect with certain things. So it sounds like such a cop out, but like a lot of country, a lot of like rap and hip hop, and it has nothing to do with them whatsoever. I just don't have any personal connection to that stuff. Like it doesn't hit me in any way. I completely am not bothered whatsoever by its existence, but I have no personal feelings whatsoever towards the genres. So for me, it would be less about wiping off an artist catalog. It would be more wiping out a genre, just because I have no personal connection to the genre. It just doesn't give me a wiggle. It just doesn't give me a wiggle down there.
Oh,
Yep.
Julie has a good question.
Doesn't tickle the pickle, man. I get that, dude.
Yeah.
So, Julie, I'm so sorry. I'm going to get to your question after DK. Again, my apologies. Freddie or Jason?
Ooh, I'm gonna say Jason. I'm a Jason guy for sure. For sure, Jason.
Nice.
Okay, so now here's Julie's question. Again, I apologize. Last time I saw the Misfits, it seems weird, but it was at a huge-ass venue with people who obviously have not experienced a punk show. How do you feel about reaching a big audience versus the sellout theory?
That's a good question. Oh shit. I don't even know how to. I personally, I can talk from my experience anyways. I feel that the smaller venues with a more, it feels more intimate with your crowd, right? I'm personally a big fan of, the smaller shows, and you get a few fucking punk rockers thrashing around with each other. I think that's the way to do it. If the Misfits were playing, I would much rather see the Misfits in a fucking dive bar somewhere in New York or whatever, right? And just like thrash around with some fucking punkers and shit like that. I think that's the way to do it. You know, as I think the Misfits definitely fucking deserve all the attention that they've gotten throughout the years, but I do think it would be fucking wicked to go back to the roots and like catch a show at CBGB's or something like that. I think that would be really fucking awesome for sure.
Okay, now I got some pretty good.
That's an awesome question.
Somebody or questions, so I'm gonna get to them quick. Pinhead or Pennywise?
I have to go for Pinhead on that one, man. Pinhead, I've always been ever since I was a kid. The whole costume design and everything, it blew my mind. I'm a Pinhead guy for sure.
Jason or Michael?
Oh shit! I'm gonna have to go with Jason on that one again. I have to fucking go for Jason again on that one, man.
Oh, 2 for 2 for Jason.
Yeah, 2 for 2.
What horror movie do you see yourself in?
Man, I'm gonna say
I was
as
gonna ask that question
Freakshow. If we could do Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I would totally fucking want to be in that movie. That would be that would be awesome.
And DK wants to know your first concert shirt that you bought at a concert.
Concert shirt. I want to say it was Ozzy Osbourne. Ozzy Osbourne, I think, was the very first concert shirt that I actually bought.
Which tour?
Yeah. Oh fuck! I forget the fucking tour.
Do you remember?
Do you
remember
I think
what year?
it was with Rob Halford. It was fucking a few years ago. I forget the fucking tour name, but that was I think one of the first ones that I got.
Oh man, I've never seen this question before.
We like that.
Ever on the show. Your first female artist crush.
First female artist crush? Okay, easy. Avril Lavigne. That was like Avril Lavigne, that was like, she was definitely my first kind of musical artist crush. Like way back when I was discovering punk and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought she was awesome.
That's awesome.
That's a good fucking question.
You could have been the skater boy, dude.
Yeah, there you go.
That's fucking awesome. Oh yeah, Bobby, let's get you back involved a little bit, dude. Michael, we got you, dude. I just saw that pop up that his was Pat Benatar. But Bobby, let's bring you back in, dude, because right after we lost you, we were actually talking a lot about studio work and stuff, and you're a studio guy, dude.
Yeah, I'm working. I have my own. We have a $2.5 million one at the college. Work with David Ivory, who's produced everybody from the Roots to Lizzie Hale, Hailstorm. Who else have we done? Well, Chuck Treese, Bad Brains, Silvertide, Silver Tongue, you name it. David's worked with it. So, we're doing a bunch of things now. Got a lot of cool things going on. And I'm just right now getting ready to start work on my number 666 solo album.
Sick, dude.
With some, So I got some. I could drop a little exclusive on this. So I have Mr. Tony Franklin involved. I'm looking at Sandy Gennaro. I'm looking at. I have a couple interesting singers, and then a few guitar players I'm reaching out to at the moment. And you talked about one is probably Mr. Earl Slick.
Nice.
Bowie
dude.
Yeah, from Bowie.
Gonna go that route, but I'm gonna have probably Caleb Rappaport do a couple things, kind of going a little montage-y on it. It's gonna be a little bit of, but I'm definitely going back to my 70s roots, going back to more glam. I want it to be more T-Rex, more early Sweet, more, that whole Mata Hoople type sound, just going back to that grindy end.
Hell yeah.
With a little bit of the Dolls thrown in. Gotta have the New York Dolls.
Sick.
That's awesome, dude, for sure. Bobby, if you were going to be in a horror movie, what horror movie would you be in?
Oh, right now, and you know how twisted I am. So either give
Yeah,
me
I know.
the Black Phone,
Yep.
which amazing, right there. Or I gotta say, well, you know me, I the other white meat, I'd probably go be in Dahmer. I'd be like the Chick-fil-A for him.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're just the other white meat getting eaten, Bobby.
It happens. I mean, well, they could find the nuggets.
Right. Well, early in the interview, dude, that was literally Nikky was talking about like being into like serial killer, like true crime shit.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm a big, that I love serial killer movies. I just, give me the Manson films, anything on that end. And speaking of serial killers, the person I'm looking forward to hanging with this week is Zach Wild. So
Nice.
I think I should have packed an extra liver.
Oh, he's gonna get on you, dude. I know that Zach doesn't really drink all that much anymore, but I know the rest of the guys do. But I'm sure he's gonna find a way to initiate you anyway.
Yeah. Well, I it's I don't know. It's going to be an interesting trip between he and Slaughter and Beasto Blanco, and there's a couple new bands out there which I want to get on the Metal Summit. That are popping up right now. So I'm going to work every angle I can for this trip.
Absolutely, dude, for sure, man. We're all about that.
And we can get. And we can get an exclusive with Gene and Paul, or even a bumper, I'd be a happy camper.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely be awesome for sure.
The other one I want to reach out to is Doc McGee, to get Doc on.
Yes.
So
Well,
see.
Well, Bobby, keep in mind, dude, if you and I are ever able to lock in that Danzig episode, we might have to bring Nikky on.
Oh, dude, I am there. I am fucking there.
Nikky will cancel his show that night. Be like, sorry, guys.
I may shed a tear. That'd be badass.
Yeah, it's so
okay,
fucking cool.
wait. Welcome to LA. Look at the traffic. See?
That's you definitely know when you're in LA for sure. So, Nikky, I got to ask you, dude, what is it about Danzig as opposed to Graves? Like, why did Danzig get you?
Man, Danzig just embodies everything that I appreciate in punk and horror punk. Like, he was all fucking DIY at the beginning. His vocals are just like, it's like never like something I've never heard before. And I'm a huge fan of Danzig's solo work, just Danzig and Samhain as well too. But there's something about Danzig and his voice, his vocals, just something about the fucking original Misfits that just it hits me right in the fucking heart, man. And that's fucking probably why I love Danzig so much, man.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah,
I actually I've got the Walk Among Us vinyl hanging in my kitchen. It's signed by Glenn, Jerry, and Doyle.
Oh, dude, I am jealous, man. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
sick, dude. Right on.
My kitchen kind of accidentally turned into like this giant like Misfits room where I just would hang things because that's where they fit. And then little by little, I started noticing that it was like all Misfits stuff. And then when I noticed it, I was like, fuck it. It can just be the Misfits room. So I kept adding to it.
That sounds like my bedroom, man. It's fucking littered with crimson ghosts everywhere, dude.
I believe that, dude, for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. So like we've covered everything that like 5 Cent Freak Show is got coming up. Stuff that you got doing with like Evelyn's Casket. a lot of stuff that it comes with horror. So I want to kick it back to you. What do you want to say, like directly, like to the fans about like what you're about and what you want to say to them?
First of all, I want to say a massive thank you to everybody that has supported me throughout the years, whether it be Creature Feature Radio or Cemetery Hysteria, 5 Cent, Evelyn's Casket. I'm very lucky to know the people that I do and have these people in my life. So I first of all want to say a massive thank you. I wouldn't be here if it wouldn't be for you guys. I'm about fucking having a good time with music, man. It all stems from the love of music, right? You know, I've met some lifelong friends, you guys included, that, you know, I've met through music. And if it wouldn't have been through music, then I don't know where I would have been right now, right? You know, it's kind of saved me from a lot. And I'm extremely grateful to be, you know, playing music with the guys that I am playing music with now, like Evelyn's Casket and 5 Cent. Beal and Steve, they're my fucking boys. And I appreciate everybody in my life, man. And I appreciate y'all listening to my music and just fucking having a good time whenever we fucking play live. Man. It means the world.
No, of course. Because it's all about the love. It's all about the scene. Actually, speaking of like the love and the scene, like the last time I got to see Blitzkid, because what was supposed to be just a one-off gig, is I went up to Jersey for the Jason Trioxin memorial that they did. Did you ever get to? Were you familiar like with Mr. Monster? Did you ever get to meet Jason when he was alive?
Man, I did not get the chance to meet Mr. Monster or Jason. Sorry, when he was alive. I am a huge Mr. Monster fan. Actually, 5 Cent Freakshow, we did a cover of This Night I Call Bad Luck, and that song is like whenever anybody asks me, hey, what song represents you? Like what song? I always pitch that fucking song to them. I'm like, listen to this song. It's just like I don't know. It hits me in a different place. And what was really incredible was Jason's mother heard it and said that Jason would have really, really enjoyed it and said she thought it was really cool. So that was probably one of the biggest fucking things in my life. Like that was a really, really fucking impactful moment for me. But I would have killed to fucking meet him and say what's up, have a beer or whatever. That would have been amazing.
That's awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I got to meet Jason once when he was actually touring with Wednesday 13. I'm a big Wednesday 13 guy, and I got to see him when he played Baltimore, and I think it was like 2007 or 2008. So that was really, really cool. But Jason was always a really cool guy. Assuming his profile is still up, he and I are still friends on Facebook. But Jason's always a really cool cat, and that was a tough thing to go to, but it was so amazing to see like everybody like together because you had the Blitzkid guys there. My buddy Emilio, who's got an amazing band called Dark Ride.
Dark Ride, yes, hell yeah.
You know, I love what he's doing with Dark Ride. He was there. My buddy Johnny B. Morbid, who was with Michael Graves for years, was at the show, and then, of course, you know, JV Bastard, you know, from Mr. Monster and Darrow Chemical Company and all that kind of stuff. It was a really cool, like, family affair for the scene. It was so rad.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I would have loved to fucking be there, too. 100%.
Hell yeah, for sure. So we don't want to take up too much of your time, man, because we know we want you to be able to rock out and chill out and then get ready for work and everything. So we're just going to take one more quick little final spin around, Nikky, if you're cool with that, just to make sure we cover everything.
Absolutely. Let's do it. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Bobby, let me kick it back over to you for a little bit more time for you, bud.
So, Nikky, real quick, have you done any of the West Coast gigs out here with any of the bands?
Actually, man, we are planning on going to the West Coast. Cemetery Youth Part 2 is going to be with Darker Days, Evelyn's Casket, and 5 Cent Freakshow. We're going to be going out to L.A., Seattle, Washington, and we're still open for booking there. So we're gonna be playing the West Coast. It's always been a dream of mine to play in LA too. So I'm really looking forward to that.
And the other thing too, with Halloween coming up, any shows that night specifically?
Nothing on Halloween specifically, but we are playing Red Deer on the 28th. It's like a kind of a city about an hour and a half out of Calgary where I am, and then we're doing Calgary on the 29th. So we're gonna be at home base for our kind of Halloween weekend. So I'm really excited for that.
Very cool.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, fucking sick, dude. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Angel, let's kick it up to you, man. Anything from yourself and anything more importantly from the fans for him?
Couple of things. From Michael, if you could put together a all-star band of your favorite musicians, dead or alive, who would it be?
Ooh, damn. That's a fucking awesome question. I would have to go. It would probably be Elvis Presley on vocals.
Cool.
I would have Doyle on guitar. I would have Lester Vale from The Spook on bass. Lester Vale's fucking awesome. And I would have Brooks Wackerman from Bad Religion on the fucking drums. I think that would be my all-star lineup. I think that would be rad.
Damn. Brooks is actually the drummer in Avenged Sevenfold now.
No shit.
Yeah.
Man, he's a talented dude. I love Bad Religion.
Brian, if you could perform a show with a movie on the screen behind you, what movie would it be?
Oh man, I know it's been brought up before. I gotta go for Killer Clowns from Outer Space, man. I just feel that like 5 Cent, like we just
agreed.
We would work with that, man. I think that would be I think the guys would be down as fuck for that too. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, badass.
The colors, just everything.
Clowns, man.
Have you ever seen the movie Out of the Dark? It came out in 1988 as a movie about a killer clown that kills phone sex operators.
No, I haven't, but I think I fucking need to. That sounds awesome.
Who would do such a terrible thing?
Out of the Dark.
Who wouldn't do such a terrible thing?
Gotta be a virgin.
I gotta fucking write that down, man. I didn't even hear about that before, but I think
me neither. Came out in '88.
Yeah,
88.
I think the same year as Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It came out around that time, so that could be why we probably did not hear about it.
Yeah, I love the fucking cheesy. The cheesier the horror movies, the better. I love the '80s. '80s horror is that's my jam. I love that shit.
Well, I'm gonna hate to throw this question, but it's a fan question, so.
All right.
It's actually kind of apropos considering the news that came out today too. But go ahead, Angel.
Hanoi Rocks or Motley Crue?
Oh,
I'm gonna have to say Motley Crue for that one.
Just don't let Vince drive you.
Wow. There's that Halloween dark.
What was this news? What was this news that came out today?
Think brain. Thought complete. Mick Mars
is
officially retired from touring.
Oh
yeah.
There's been a lot of talk that John 5 from Rob Zombie is going to be playing with Motley Crue now.
Oh shit! Fuck, I didn't know about that.
Yeah, it's because his bones got fused and everything. You know, Mick's been having a lot of hard time doing that. You know, but yeah, that's been going around for a little bit, and see what happens.
Yeah, shit. I'd be interested. I've always loved John 5 ever since I first heard of him when he was playing with Marilyn Manson. And that's actually how I heard of John 5, and then I followed him when he was with Rob Zombie and shit. And yeah, John, I would watch that show. I'd be curious to see how that would play out for sure.
Yeah. Question from Brian. I believe Insidious was filmed in Canada, and it premiered in Toronto. What's your take on that movie?
Insidious. I haven't checked out Insidious. It could have been filmed in Canada. I'm not 100% sure. I'm from like the fucking west side of Canada, and Toronto's on more towards east. But I actually haven't checked out Insidious. I've wanted to though.
And a question from Julie. My ex-husband is the Capitol Hill hatchet murderer. Have you experienced anything true crime in real life?
Anything true crime in real life? Ah, fuck. Nothing like really serious. I've known like drug dealers that got busted. I didn't know they were drug dealers at the time. I went to school with them. That kind of shit has happened, but I've never actually had like any specific event like that happen that was close to me. That's a fucking really good question though. That's a really good question.
Wow, I hate this question. John Bonham or Neil Peart?
I have to go with Neil Peart.
That's another question. Somebody wanted me to ask you. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Wait, we talked about the black phone. Has anybody seen The Boy Behind the Door?
I have.
Came out in 2020.
Yeah,
which is,
I've seen it.
What'd you think?
I mean, I thought it was cool because I like any kind of like twisted, like weird type stuff. Like I just saw the movie. I just saw the movie Smile, and I thought that was bitchin'.
Good, I have it to watch on the way home.
Yeah, dude, it's cool. Go ahead, Angel.
All right.
What do we got? Something from Brian?
Megan said it's a dumb movie. Don't watch it. I think she's talking about the horror movie.
Oh, jeez.
The one about, damn, I forgot which one.
One of the ones that we were talking about?
Yeah.
Because I know that she wasn't overly stoked about the end of Halloween Ends.
I'm pretty sure she'll put a response to it.
Oh, I'm sure. No worries. I think she's got like some other questions like scattered on in there too.
No. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Let me go find it. But have you ever seen the original Danzig live?
Oh no, I fucking wish I could have. I saw Danzig when he came to Calgary last time. Not last time, but the time before. It was a Danzig Legacy, and that was pretty much the closest to the original Danzig lineup that I saw. But he did some Sam Hain songs. He did some Misfit songs with Doyle. Doyle was there, and I fucking damn near cried when he came out on stage, like fucking stomping out on stage with his guitar, man. Like that's the only Danzig I've seen. But that was fucking awesome though too.
Actually, I meant to ask that earlier. Speaking of Doyle's guitar, do you have one of those?
I have one of those. Actually, way back when we first started, when we didn't even play shows then. We called ourselves a band. But Steve and the bassist that I was playing with at the time, however many fucking years ago it was, they put their money together and got me Doyle's guitar. Not his specific one, but it was like the October version.
I was going to say, that would have been back with October.
Yep. I have that. It's actually hanging out my fucking wall in my jam space here.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fucking. I love that guitar, man. I love that thing. It's my pride and joy.
Yeah, for sure. I've been meaning to get one of his guitars for years, and he just signed a deal with Dean. That's going to be.
Yeah, I just seen. Yeah, but for 10 grand.
Yeah, I'm not going to spend. I'm not going to spend 10 grand on anybody's guitar, but but I found one of Nikki Sixx's signature guitars for $250 in like a used guitar store, so I'll do that.
Sick, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you figure somebody's got to do a knockoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
But no, definitely for sure, man. But before we put like a little bow on everything, Nikky, where can you be found, man?
Oh man, you can find me anywhere. I'm on Facebook, I got a personal Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I have a TikTok too, but I don't really post on that too much. But I do have that. You name it, I'm on Bandcamp. We got 5 Cent Music on Apple Music, Spotify, any streaming platforms, wherever y'all like your music, we're there. You can find 5 Cent or myself too. And I encourage anybody to reach out to me. And I like I said, I'm a people person. I love just talking to people. So if y'all more than welcome to contact me anytime about music, whatever. I'm down. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find your site on Facebook.
Sometimes it gets a little confusing because we actually have the cent symbol on our Facebook page, and that kind of causes some confusion. But I think if you type out 5 CENT, that'll work too. 5 Cent Freak Show.
Oh, okay, because I couldn't find your personal one either.
Personal one, Nikky Casket. That's what that's all my handles are Nikky Casket.
Well, there's a porn star called Casket Nikky.
Oh.
She's from Mexico.
That's how he funds 5 Cent Freak Show.
See, there you go, right? Alter ego.
Exactly. It's that aforementioned OnlyFans.
Yes.
Sorry, Naomi. We really want you to like us. Like, we're a fun show.
I love you, babe. Don't hurt me.
No, hell yeah. Angel, is there anything?
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
Just a quick. I love these questions. The Damned or the Germs?
I actually haven't heard much of the Germs, so I'm gonna have to say the Damned on that one.
The Germs are great, but yes, the Damned, that is the right answer.
Yeah, sick. Ooh.
Eagles or Pink Floyd?
Eagles or Pink Floyd? I'm gonna have to say Pink Floyd. Pink Floyd all the way. And it's not like I don't like the Eagles, just Pink Floyd I gotta go with Pink Floyd on that one. Hell yeah.
And just a quick thing from Brian. Okay, Brian does a lot of punk radio shows, and he asks would you send him a quick 5-second if you would send him an intro for when he plays.
Oh, dude, absolutely. I'd be absolutely honored to, man. You just let me know where I can send it, what you want me to say, and I will get recording on that whenever, man. You just let me know. You can find me on like Facebook or anything, or you can email me, nikkycasket at 5centfreakshow.com. That's my email. Let me know, man. Let's make this happen. But I'd be honored to do that. Absolutely. I'm in.
Cool. And back to you, Jay. Again, thank you for taking 2 hours to be with us.
Oh, yeah. Thank you
That
guys
was
so much for having me. This has been amazing.
Dude, absolutely. That's always been our big thing, Nikky, is like what matters to us is like how you felt about everything. Like, did you have a good time? Did you enjoy your questions? Like, and did you feel that this was like worth your time?
Dude, I would come on again in another fucking hour if y'all have me. This has been so much fun, and I appreciate it so much. I appreciate all y'all tuning in, and the questions were amazing. Some of them actually made me like really dig into the depths of my fucking mind, and that was really cool. I appreciate that. That was a really cool experience all around, and y'all have my support forever. I appreciate what y'all do, and thanks so much for having me.
Appreciate you so much, man. And fans, we appreciate you guys, and keep in mind, like, go out and support the guys. We know that not everybody's still kind of down to travel and stuff like that, but keep in mind there's a lot of websites, there's a lot of places that you can buy things, pick up a shirt, pick up a CD. like I said, Nikki, you'll probably, however it gets linked with you, you'll get an email in the next little while that shows my bullshit because I'm gonna go shop. I'm gonna go shopping. But
Much love, man. Thank you.
appreciate it. But fans, anything that you guys can do to support, just even if it's something as simple as liking posts and sharing, and getting things out there, like the 5 Cent Freak Show, like Canada shows that are coming up over this weekend, hey guys, check it out. This show's happening. So we appreciate you guys as always. And thank you, Metal Summoners, so much for supporting us. So make sure that you guys are checking out everything Nikky Casket, everything 5 Cent Freak Show, and also a lot of love as well to Evelyn's Casket. So much love to you guys for tuning in and supporting Nikky and checking out the show. We appreciate you guys so much for getting involved. And on behalf of the Metal Summit, for Bobby Dreyer, make sure you're following everything that Bobby's doing on BobbyDreyer.com. Catch Angel with everything he's doing as far as his Instagram and his Facebook. Steve at The Real Psycho Steve for his Instagram. You can find me at Just a R&R Junkie as well as Jay Oakley on Facebook or my music page, Salem, Jay, you can find me through there as well. But we appreciate you guys so much. This is your show. This is a show for you guys to sit back and enjoy. And thanks for supporting us as well, because that's what allows us to put together such awesome bitchin' interviews and have people like Nikky kicking it with us. So thank you guys so much. Guest announcement later this week, and we are super stoked for next week's episode. Definitely confirmed. I've already talked to the guests. So we look forward to rocking out and seeing you guys in a week. So on behalf of the Metal Summit, for Bobby Dreyer, for Angel Alamo, for Psycho Steve, and on behalf of Nikky Casket and 5 Cent Freak Show, we appreciate him so much for his time. We will see you guys next week. Have your guys a great fucking Halloween. Enjoy yourselves, torture each other, but be careful of it and be enjoyable and respectful with the way that you do it. But everybody, have a great Halloween. We love you guys. We appreciate you guys. We will see you guys in a week. As always, you've been watching the Metal Summit. Horns up, fangs out.